What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know me and this is your first time to my channel, my name is Connor Fairbrass. I'm a sales consultant at Kitchener Ford. Behind me here is a 2021 Ford Bronco Wildtrak. We have been waiting 25 years for the return of the Bronco. Now, this is the first time the Bronco has been a four-door, so that is a big first and an exciting first. Definitely opens up the market. But this is a Wildtrak Luxe package. This is a Area 51, which is a beautiful color. I decided to get this built for the dealership to look very, very similar to how the Ford released the video of it running through the desert. There's a couple things you can tell right off the bat why this is a Wildtrak. Of course, the sticker, but if for some reason saying you saw it on the road and it didn't have the Wildtrak on it, the next way to tell is these rims and tires. This is a Sasquatch package, as the Wildtrak comes standard with Sasquatch. You can still get Sasquatch with all the other trim levels, but Wildtrak is standard with that and the 2.7 and a 10-speed transmission. Now, up at the front here, you do have the beautiful signature LED headlights, so they're going to be a halo style with the running light through there. Those do go orange when you put on your blinkers. Nice thing here is you do have a gloss black for the Wildtrak, and then the Bronco in the off white color there as well too. Now, we'll get into this a little bit more. This is a Luxe package, so you do have your front camera and you do have your front sensors. Now, up at the front here, a really cool thing to note is actually going to be this modular front bumper. As you can see, you do have Torx bits that are Bronco branded all the way throughout the front bumper. So basically, what modular means is it's a big thing for Ford. Basically, it allows you to customize and make the vehicle your own. You can personalize, you can make it exactly how you want. So for example, like that bumper end, you can take that off. So this piece will come right off and just exposes this as kind of like a steel bar. So if you want to fit bigger tires or whatever it is. But Ford has put these bolts in all the convenient places. So for example, if you want to put a winch right on the front, you can put a winch there. There is a safari bar or kind of a bull bar style that goes up, kind of goes over the Bronco and comes right back down. There's a lot of different options, and as you can tell, where the Ford has put some of these Torx bolts, there's going to be a lot more accessories coming out for the Bronco. Now, at the side of the Bronco, you're going to be able to see the Sasquatch in all of its glory. So basically, you're going to have 17-inch beadlock capable rims on 35-inch tires that are mud terrain. Now, you do have higher clearance suspension. You do have wider clearance fender flares, of course, for the bigger wheels and tires. We'll get to it in a second. I'll show you the buttons, but you do have a front differential locker and a rear differential locker, as well as a 4.7 final drive ratio too. Now, at the side here, this is a big talking point for Ford, something that, of course, we benchmarked this vehicle against Wrangler. So it's actually going to be these mirrors. These mirrors are what we call cowl mounted. So these are mounted right to the engine cowl. Reason being, if you want to take the doors off like our competitor Wrangler, you lose the mirrors. But when we have it mounted like this, the mirrors stay on and you can be without the doors on. You don't have to worry about that, which is now, under the hood of the Wildtrak is a 2.7 liter twin turbo EcoBoost. This has 310 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. The 2.7 is a direct takeout from the F-150 as well as the Edge ST. The Wildtrak comes standard with the 2.7 and the 10-speed transmission. You can't get the Wildtrak any other way as of right now. So again, only 2.7, only 10-speed, 310 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. At the back of the Wildtrak, you can see it's got the signature LED taillights. It does have the proximity door handle, as well as the beautiful 35-inch mud terrain Goodyear tire. Now, with it having the mid package as standard, so this is the Luxe package, but this is standard from the mid pack. You're going to have your backup camera, your backup sensors. Again, as I mentioned, you do have your proximity door handle. So you can walk up to the trunk, you can Put your hand on, it will unlock. Now, nice thing is you do have a gas strut on the inside here that will open it up about 90 degrees. Now you can push it a little bit further back so it opens up quite wide here for you too. Now, this is the molded in color hardtop lichen, so you can just lift it up there and you get your full access to all the space in the back here. Now, in this bag, these are actually your roof panels. So these are storage bags that Ford supplies that, as you can see here, you can store the panel in the back right above the rear wheel. So right along in the back here. Now you do have these lasso style tie down straps. Now the cool thing is Ford has thought of a lot of really neat things. Is you can actually take off all 4 doors, and if you option to get the bags for the doors, you can actually store them right in the back here, and you're going to be able to use your tie down points and store them in the back. So they're really, really easy. I will put a video up shortly of how to take off the doors and the roof, but really, really cool stuff. Now in the back, because this is a molded in color hardtop from factory, you have your plugs here. So this is going to be for your wiper arm, and you're going to have this guy here. This is for the spray nozzle. So when you take the hardtop off, you can take these plugs and put into this little dead plug here. You can also take the spray nozzle and put it into that dead plug there, so it's not going to leak anywhere. So if you want to ride around with the top off, you don't have to worry about wires flying around and being all over the place. Now let's head into the inside. Now, because this is a luxe package, of course, it's going to be based off of the mid package and the high package. So making our way up through mid package and high package, basically all Wildtraks are going to come standard with power seats, heated seats, and backup camera, backup sensor. It does have your Sync 4 with your Copilot 360, so forward collision, lane keep, blind spot, backup camera. And you do have your Ford Pass Connect, so you can remote start if you have a automatic. Now, building off of the mid package, you get your high package. So that's where this guy comes in. That's where that 12-inch touchscreen comes in. It also has the 360 camera display. You do have additional sound deadening. Now there's if you're a reservation holder, you did get that for free for a little bit. And again, you've got the Sync 4 with your hands-free system, as well as wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Now, a couple of really cool things I like that Bronco and Ford team have done is you do have these switches here. So these switches, you're going to have your front locker, your rear locker, your trail turn assist, your traction control, as well as your hazard. But up and along here, there's actually a kit that you can get. You can kind of see it. These are accessory mounts. So basically you have the ability to get something that's going to click in or screw in there, and you can mount like a GoPro here. Now Ford's also put charging ports up here, or the USB chargers, so you can leave your GoPro plugged in and record your trail adventure the entire time, which is awesome. So everything down here is pretty self-explanatory with most Ford vehicles. You do have your dual zone climate, which again is part of the mid package. Now, some of the really cool things to note is going to be this dial right here. This is what we typically call drive mode. This is actually called GOAT mode. GOAT mode doesn't stand for greatest of all time in relation to the Bronco. However, it does stand for goes over any type of terrain. So basically, as you can see, you've got your 2 high, 4 low, 4H, and 4 auto. So 4 auto is basically automatic 4-wheel drive. You have the ability that you can put it into 4 auto. It kind of drives like all-wheel drive. It's rear-wheel drive for the first little bit, and if it realizes that the wheels are slipping, it will engage your front-wheel drive. Now you have your off-road cruise control, which is pretty cool. They call it trail control. So basically you have to be in 4 high or 4 low to use that. Now, really, really cool. It is a trail one-pedal drive as well. So you can kind of go down the road, or sorry, I should say trail, and the Bronco will do it all for you. Now, this dial does spin. So when we spin it, just like drive modes and everything else, you're going to have your normal, sport, eco. You can kind of make your way through to all the other GOAT modes. Now, you've got a couple of cool features. Now, you do have your sand mode. And as you can see there, it does automatically switch it for you. Now, something cool has happened. I went into the Baja mode, and as you can see, it's kind of changed the display. But what you didn't see is it has automatically put up the front camera that will run full time for us. So if you're ripping down the trail, whatever it is, Baja deserts, you will have your front camera. So you'll be able to see everything up here. Think of these kind of like a rock clearance light as well, because you can use this front camera when you're off-roading and doing some rock crawl. Now, a couple other design notes to note here is this is the sandstone leather interior package. You can get the Wildtrak in cloth. This also does have the, like I mentioned, the additional sound deadening here too. It does make a bit of a difference, nothing too crazy. I mean, it's a Bronco, just like a Wrangler, it is going to have some wind noise.